welcome back to another short video, and this is going to be of me explaining this game of me versus you guys at vote chess, so master versus many. And this should be a lot of fun, and you can all get involved in this. So if you've ever wanted to play against a grandmaster, try your skills out. You need some good team collaboration going on at your end, and you want to see if you can take me down, see if you can take a scalp off a grandmaster. And I'm now going to explain the first 4 moves of what's happened so far, just to give you a very quick update. And I'll keep this video quite short and sweet so I don't bore the hell out of you, which has been, a problem of mine in various parts of my life, but I'll try to get away from that now. So the last position we looked at was after I played f4, offering, the King's Gambit, one of the most romantic of all openings. And I have to honestly say, let me just get the board back into shape now, that if you haven't played the King's Gambit at least once in your life, even in a friendly game, because you really have to have balls of steel, excuse my French, to play in a competitive game, especially nowadays with the use of computers. But I think if you haven't played the King's Gambit once, you haven't lived in the chess world. You need to give this opening a go. It is very romantic. It was, there's so many old games, the Evergreen game, the Immortal, lots of games we can mention which are famous from history of chess. The Simpsons and the Strand, I think it was the Evergreen game, was it? Or the Immortal game, which have started with the King's Gambit. And you get such fun positions. So that's why I thought it'd be a good choice against you guys. And you guys have you're up to it. You're up to the challenge, which is good, because again, going back to the romantic days of chess, if someone offered you material and you did not accept it, it would be frowned upon. It would be bad manners. It would be rude. If someone offers you something, a sacrifice piece or a pawn, you must take it. Oh, jolly good old boy, I must take that pawn, otherwise I'm going to be frowned upon for my negative play. You certainly don't get that nowadays. Berlin! So, well done. You've taken the pawn on f4, and there are a couple of main choices here. There's obviously knight to f3, which is a move played a lot, but I went for bishop to c4. And Bronstein, one of the strongest players not to become, should I say, world champion, said about this move, if you want to draw in the King's Gambit, then play knight to f3. If you want to win, play bishop to c4. And Fischer thought that he had refuted the move knight to f3. I don't think it's that bad. I still think you get some very interesting positions. But bishop c4 is a move I play. Now, there are a number of options here that you could have gone for. You could have gone for a counter strike with d5 at the correct moment. You could have tried to bring your knights out, develop pieces. You need to do that. But you've gone for a move which I think is a perfectly fine move. Queen to h4 check. And you're now taking the opportunity to misplace my king. But it's a very double-edged move, this. It's a move with 2 sides to it. Okay, you force my king to move. I can't play the move g3 now. Let's just see if I can. I can't show that at the moment here. I will work out how to do analysis when the positions get a bit more complex. But if I simply play g3, we can follow this without moving the pieces. Then you will take on g3. It doesn't help. So I have to move my king. Moving my king up is not a good idea because there'll be some bishop check. So moving it across 1 square is the main move. Why is queen h4 a double-edged move? Because I'm going to play knight to f3 at some point. I'm going to move my knight out and I'm going to chase that queen away. So that will gain me time and my pieces hopefully are going to flood in. And now you had a lot of options. I have to say the move you picked, I'm very happy you've played. There are a number of good options here. David Howell once played g5 in some position against me, or was it knight c6? It was this idea, and that ended in a draw at the British Chess Championships. Well, I came second, and I believe David won it. And that's a perfectly playable move there, and I think a much better way. Now, I have to say, I think the move you played is rather superficial. Bishop c5. Yes, it does threaten queen f2 checkmate, which I have to watch out for. I don't want a nasty accident happening with this queen swinging in here. But In chess, I think this maybe shows a slight error of thinking. You're not thinking of your opponent's best defense and his best move to deal with your threats. And before you play a move, you've always got to consider what your opponent's move is going to be. And now I'm going to play my next move, which is pawn to d4. And this move here, which I've only just played now, basically attacks your bishop. It blocks the threat of queen f2 checkmate. It gives me a very big center, so I have 2 pawns in the center, and it's going to give me a very good position. So I think, all in all, we'll leave it back here, this position, just to show you why this is a mistake. Imagine that pawn now coming to d4. I'm going to gain time. I threaten your bishop. I gain the center. So I'm quite happy the way the opening's gone. Still not over yet, because my queen's misplaced and you're a pawn up. But so far, I'm happy with what's happening. So thanks, guys. Maybe, just keep playing the way you're playing.